So this is just a short video, my preview for Liverpool versus Leeds. I did say 9 o'clock, but I'm having a bit of technical problems at the moment. For some reason, my laptop or my mouse is not clicking the right button, which I need to add a little bit more graphics on. I don't know why it's doing it. I just restarted my computer and it's just playing up. So this is just a short video. Obviously, just doing a little bit of insight into tomorrow's huge game. Now, results yesterday really went for us. Obviously, with Chelsea losing, I know they're more or less out of it anyway. Tottenham losing was a big one, and Newcastle United losing was another big one. So basically, we've got 9 cup finals left now. And I think at the moment, the fan base is really starting to get stressed out, and I understand why. I actually have said this, that I'm watching FSG this summer because there's only so much fans like myself can back them. But I'm standing by what I've always believed in, that Jurgen wouldn't be here. Jurgen wouldn't be ready to go again if FSG wasn't ready to go again. I actually agree with FSG that you shouldn't spend £130 million on one football player. And I brought to you a few weeks back the news of Ryan Gravenberch more or less being a player for us. Evening Paul, evening Stephen. And I stand by the fact that he is basically going to be our player, especially when you see the images of him with his Liverpool shirt on. He's obviously a red. And we've got, do you know what? I know that someone said to me the other week, we've not got a great record with Italian signings, but we definitely have got a good record with Dutch signings. If you go back to Dirk Kuyt, Gini Wijnaldum, Van Dijk, we've got a really good sort of record with Dutch players at Liverpool. So I'm looking forward to hopefully getting that Gravenberch one as a start, and of I'd say 4 or 5 arrivals coming. But I get where Jurgen Klopp's coming from, because Klopp's coming from how do I say it? There is fans that nothing will be good enough. Nothing. You know, it's spend Chelsea's money or get new owners. And I watched yesterday's Chelsea highlights, and at the final whistle, they made Todd Bowley stand outside and listen to it, and he was getting pelters. He was getting, you're this, you're that. I mean, this guy has come in, he's made himself director of transfers, he's blown £600 million. And do you know what's going to happen now? He's going to get rid of Chelsea's best players to then balance the books, because he's blown 600 million. And with the lost revenue of not getting in the Champions League, he's now got to sell half of what he's bought. And Mason Mount, who's a Champions League winner with Chelsea, etc., is going to be leaving. Now, this is my point, and FSG do need to spend money in the summer, but there's nothing we can do about it now. Just wait and see. And I've said this. I believe they're going to do it because the Klopp believes they're going to do it. And the reason why I don't want... How can I say this? If the FSG Art Brigade are right, we're fucked. That's the reason why I don't join them. Because what will happen is there'll be carnage, there'll be protests. Look what's happened to Everton. They're having protests outside their stadium every home game. They're getting relegated by the looks of it. And what will happen is if our ground becomes toxic and it becomes a bad place to work, Klopp will go. And if these FSG Art Brigade, if they think that these are dark times, I've just put it up on the group now. Dark times are not even here yet, but they will be. If we don't go again this summer, get behind Jurgen, make sure we're all singing from the same hymn sheet, from supporter to owners to manager, then I don't think we will be successful. We need to just wait. The transfer window is not open yet. It's not open till the summer. So let's just starting with Leeds United tomorrow, let's just get behind the boys and be a supporter, because that's all we can be. 9 cup finals now. And you know what? I put the fixtures up earlier. We really have got a massive chance here, because a lot of the top 4 teams are playing each other. The only top 4 side we have between now and the end of the season is Tottenham, and it's at home. So honestly, Leicester, Forest, Villa are playing well, but it's at Anfield, you know. And then you've got sides like, obviously, you know, tomorrow night Leeds United, who are not playing well. Palace beat them 5-1 in there. We've got Luis Diaz back. Why can't we win the last 9 games? Why? We did it last time with Reece Williams and Nat Phillips at the back. Yes, I know this season's been poor. Yes, I know it doesn't look like we're going to. But tomorrow could be the start of a massive run. And I've said this, out of the last 9 games, 5 are at Anfield, right? So we can do this. If we win all 5 at Anfield, nick the wins away at Leeds, Forest we've got at home, Leicester we've got away, but Leicester could be safe by the time we play them, or so who knows, the way it's going to go. But all I'm saying is we can't sign anyone until June, right? I think it's June, right? So what is the point in the fan base, all a lot of loggerheads at the moment? FSG are not going to do this, FSG are not going to do that. Give them the chance. They know they've made mistakes. They will put it right in the summer. We don't have to spend £130 million on Jude Bellingham to not have a successful transfer window. Klopp said that. Klopp was saying, well, what happened with the way we did it before? It wasn't that successful. Why can't we do that again? We can. So we just need to get behind Jurgen. Anyway, here's my preview for Liverpool versus Leeds United. Right, here we go. So, Leeds versus United. Leeds versus Liverpool Football Club tomorrow. Kick-off 8 p.m. Monday Night Football, Sky Sports. Leeds United's unpredictability this Premier League season may have potentially peaked in recent weeks, considering each of their last 7 league outings produced a different result than the match prior, winning 2 and drawing 1, losing 3. However, Javi Garcia's men hit a new low last time out, subjecting the Ellen Road faithful to a thumping 5-1 defeat by Crystal Palace, their heaviest defeat of the league season. That result has firmly entrenched the Whites in a relegation battle, with the main concerns personified by the fact they have kept only 5 clean sheets in their last 41 matches. That record leaves a tremendous pressure on their attack, but one of the occasions they managed to outscore their opponents was their famous 2-1 win over Liverpool at Anfield back in October, meaning another upset here would secure their first league double over Liverpool since the 2000-2001 campaign. I remember that. I think Mark Viduka scored a hat-trick. It was 4-3. Liverpool are unbeaten in 7 visits to Ellen Road, winning 5 and drawing 2. Since that defeat in November 2000, which might be the only positive outlook they'll carry with them. While their fighting spirit was on display in their comeback from 2-2 against league leaders Arsenal in the last round, the reality is that with their 5th consecutive match without a victory, drawing 2 and losing 3, meaning they now face 6 successive matches without a win for the first time since Jurgen Klopp was appointed as manager. The Reds can all but kiss their top 4 hopes goodbye as a result, and another performance on the road may just put the final nail in that coffin. But with just 3 victories on the league travels this season, drawing 4 and losing 8, and averaging less than a goal scored per away game for the first time in Premier League history, Liverpool fans might not be too expectant despite their recent record at Ellen Road. The key battles of Patrick Bamford. He's got the game-winning assist in the reverse fixture, although he'll want to trouble the scorers himself, having scored his last 4 goals all at home. Liverpool's talismanic centre-back Virgil van Dijk won't only aim to keep Bamford quiet, but perhaps venture forward to having scored 2 and assisting 1 in the 3 previous wins over Leeds. Hot stat, only 2 of Liverpool's last 10 away matches have seen both teams score on the day. The odds are Leeds United you can get a 7-2, the draw is 16-5, and Liverpool is 67 over 100. Will not play as T. Adams and Dallas for Leeds with a broken leg and thigh injury. For Liverpool, it's Stefan Bajcetic, Naby Keita, as always, and Calvin Ramsey. The referee is Craig Pawson, and the venue is Ellen Road. So, tomorrow's a big game. The past is the past, and yes, I know we're not doing well at the moment, but look at the fixtures I put up earlier. Look at the results that have gone for us again this weekend. And again, the top 4 play each other quite a bit during the last 9 games. We've got Tottenham at home. So, work it out. And let's work it out right now. Basically, sorry, I just knocked that by accident. Basically, we've got 2 games in hand over Tottenham, right? So, if we click here, I'm going to look at the league table as we're on here right now. So, we've got 2 games in hand over Tottenham, who are sitting in 5th position on 53 points. They've played 31 games, we've played 29. We win tomorrow, which is one of our games in hand, we will go on to 47 points, which will put us, 6 behind Tottenham. We then got 1 more game in hand on Tottenham, which will put us on 50 points, 3 points behind Tottenham. We then play Tottenham at Anfield, beat them, we are level on points with Tottenham. So we can still finish in the top 4, but at the minimum, we have to get into the Europa League because we have to be in Europe. I said this, Rangers made 60 million the year they got to the Europa League final, and because they got for the Champions League the following season, they got an extra 40 million. So obviously if Liverpool can win the Europa League, qualifying for the Champions League can net us nearly 100 million. So this is why we cannot turn our nose up. We have to be in Europe. So I'm just going to go through the comments and say hello to everybody quickly. Hi Stephen Lambert, evening mate. Hi Scott Hunt. Hi Mark mate. Hi Jerry Duncan, how you doing pal? How you doing Scott Williams, how you doing? You're off to the match tomorrow? Enjoy Scott mate. Look forward to you bringing back the 3 points home. Scott Hunt, be interesting to see who starts tomorrow night. I'd like to see Bobby play these last 9 games. Do you know what mate, so would I. But I think he's going to use Bobby as a bit of a weapon like he did against Arsenal, because he'll want to. I can see where you come from, Scott, but I think he'll want to use these games to get more fluidity between Gakpo and Nunes, looking ahead for next season, and Salah. That is basically his new front three. So Nunes, Gakpo, Salah. If he wants them to be great next season, I think he needs to start them for the last 9 so that he can get, again, like I say, more fluidity between the three. But like I say, I know it's stressful at the moment. I know we all want what's best for the club, and some of us do it this way and some of us do it that way. A lot of people don't like me for the way I support the club. It is what it is. If everybody supported the club the same way, it'd be boring. I just want Liverpool to be, where we were last season, nearly doing quadruples, and I don't understand why something that's been so successful needs removing altogether just because we have a bad season. I'm sorry, this might upset a few people, but I seen a season ticket holder on Twitter the other day describe some of our fan base as bedwetters, and what he meant by that was, they can't handle us losing a game, they can't handle us like drawing a game, they can't handle us not signing a player. I mean, get over it. You think these are dark times? They're not dark times. We've got Jurgen Klopp in charge. We've got enough money for us to go and compete. Right, not enough money to go and get the best players in the world, but when has that ever stopped us? Was Bobby Firmino the best player in the world when we signed him? Was Mohamed Salah the best player in the world when we signed him? Was Sadio Mane the best player in the world when we signed him? No. Was Andrew Robertson the best left back in the world when we signed him? No. Do you want me to keep going? Because Liverpool have a proven track record of getting top players, and I've got a really good feeling about Ryan Gravenberch. I really have. Beat Clarence Seedorf's record at Ajax to be the youngest ever player to play for them. Was that good for Ajax that Bayern bought him? All right, he's not played much of them, it happens. But I think under Jurgen Klopp, we could go and get and he's 20 years old, he's 6'3", and he's Dutch. And I quite like the fact that we could have a Dutch centre half, a Dutch centre midfielder, and a Dutch striker. We could have a spine of Dutch players down the middle. And I like that because there'll be more cohesion with them playing together for Holland. Love that. So it is what it is. Yeah, I'd like Nunes to start tomorrow, Amy, as well. Hi, I hope you're all well and doing good. Sorry for the delay in the video tonight. Like I said, I've got a malfunction on the right side of my laptop and my mouse. I don't know why it won't right click, and if it don't right click, I can't put anything in here. So I might have to buy a new mouse tomorrow. It is what it is. But yeah, I've got the preview out. Scott Hunt, would I have Mane back? No, I wouldn't, because I think that would hinder the progress of Nunes and Gakpo, and we've got to move on. We've got an age inside, and that doesn't get any better by re-signing a 32-year-old this year. We don't need Mane back. Yes, we miss him. We miss the Mane, but the Mane we might have just literally got rid of him at the right time, because if he's gone to Germany, and no disrespect, he's not really pulled any trees up, we might have just timed it perfectly with Sadio Mane. And like I say, Darwin Núñez and Gakpo are young and need to play together to get the cohesion. You've got to remember, in the first season with Firmino, Mane and Salah, they wasn't at fire. It took time. I think it was the second season, then the third season, they became the best front three in the world. I actually do believe that Gakpo, Núñez and Salah could be one hell of a front three, and then it's just replacing, Luis Diaz. So if you think about it, we could play Luis Diaz on the left, you could play Núñez down the centre and Gakpo on the right hand side, and you can rotate them two as switching left and right, and keep Gakpo down the middle, Núñez down the middle. Núñez should play down the middle, in my opinion. He needs to be more involved in one-on-ones, a little bit like Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland gets loads of goals because he's down the centre. I think that sometimes Núñez can play too far wide. But anyway, I can't wait for it. As soon as I get back from work tomorrow, I'll be racing home, and I'll be doing some videos pre-match, and come and join me at half-time. as well. And then we'll do a post-match one as well. But have a great night, everyone. It's getting late now, and obviously I've got work tomorrow, and I'm sure you have as well. But yeah, you'll never walk alone.